Some great guests joining us to talk about this.
Delora Seneft is the Gateway's Chief Program Officer, and one of tonight's honorees, oncologist Dr. Sameek Roychowdhury, all the way from Ohio. Wow.
Well, thank you. We're excited to be here. I'm a physician scientist who does research in cancer, particularly pancreas cancer, and our mission is to bring hope to patients facing difficult cancers, and we're excited to give you good news about pancreas cancer. I'll just say it again, I don't get to say this every day.
Right.
I have good news about pancreas cancer. It's a difficult cancer to treat. We use the same chemotherapies that we've used for 20 years now, and now we have a new way to treat pancreas cancer. In the laboratory, we discovered a gene that's found in some patients with pancreas cancer, not something they're born with, but it's in their pancreas tumor. The gene is called FGFR, and what it means for our patients is that we can choose a therapy based on that gene. So we can tailor or personalize treatment with a smart drug. So it's like a bullet that goes after their cancer. It's a pill you take every day. There's no IVs. And so we've treated now 5 patients over the past 5 years who've done really well. We haven't cured them of their cancers, but we've given them years for pancreas cancer. We want to give them more.
Wow.
And it's quite rare. We see it in about 1% of pancreas cancer. The gene. And so that's a problem. Typically, drug companies or the pharmaceutical industry does not want to develop a drug for so few patients.
Sure.
But every patient for us matters. These are our patients, and we're here to give them hope. And so we're taking a new approach. We're going to do a clinical trial with telemedicine. So if you're in Phoenix or if you're in Florida, we're going to be able to treat you from Columbus, Ohio at Ohio State University through a telemedicine clinical trial. And you do all your blood work, all your CAT scans back home. You don't leave your hometown. You can keep your local oncologist, so you have that trusted doctor. You don't have to travel. There's no extra cost. And there's no placebo. You're going to get a targeted therapy for your pancreas cancer.
And these are for the patients with that specific gene.
Exactly. So if you have pancreas cancer, it's always important to ask your doctor to make sure you get genetic testing, because we're learning there's different kinds of pancreas cancer. So depending on which kind you have, we can tailor therapy. And we didn't have the tools to do it. But now, something we've learned from COVID, we can do telemedicine.
And that's why research is key.
Absolutely. And tonight we're so excited to be hosting the Gateway Celebrity Fight Night Gala, bringing together this amazing community of philanthropists, celebrities, ambassadors, all highlighting our why. And that is it, what Dr. Sameek just said. And our 2 patients that are going to get on stage tonight are here because of the trial. And our chairman has this phrase, and we embody it in everything we do, that it is always and only about the patient. And talking about hope, we know that the hope and the promise lies in early phase research, which is why for the last 30 years, we've invested over $200 million serving 10,000 patients, and we are not done yet.
Wow.
And I imagine, obviously, we see why you've been brought in and been honored, and also to have 2 patients here tonight. That's great to talk to. Every year, though, there's a story like this, right? Where we learn a little bit more and we can grow a little bit better.
And we can treat more people.
Correct. And just getting the word out, as you know, Dr. Sameek was saying, to know and be an informed patient, ask for genetic testing, knowing clinical trials is not a last option. Sometimes it is a life-saving option. And these patients are heroes because we're not just learning from their story, they're helping patients of tomorrow, too, that are going to be diagnosed in the future.
What is next? What's in the future for you for research?
So besides this pancreas cancer trial and story, which we're really excited to be able to offer patients anywhere in the country this summer, we are now trying to discover other genetic types of pancreas cancer. We know they happen. We actually know about a handful already, and it's just stuff that the pharmaceutical industry has been afraid to pursue. They're just not common enough, and we don't have a strategy to find these patients. But telemedicine is a breakthrough. We can now do trials for very rare cancers. And there are a lot of cancers that are rare. And not everything's going to be easy to do with hundreds of clinical trial sites. So we're excited to take a new approach for pancreas cancer. And I'm personally grateful for Gateway's support, because this is how we can bring hope to our patients.
Absolutely. I know that there are quite a few families at home watching this right now that have been very invested, in your words, for the last few minutes. So we appreciate you coming on here, talking about it, and we'll absolutely have more information on this on our website, fox10phoenix.com, for people to learn.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much for having us.
We'll be right back.
The fastest way to get a great backyard building. Call 1-800-BUY-TOUGH to find a